Alright, and welcome back. We're back with MechWarrior4 Mercenaries. Today's poison of choice when I'm playing is going to be something called Crispin. It's a English dry cider, supposedly imported. It's pretty kick-ass. It's one of my favorites. Slightly different taste than Strongbow, which is another one that I drink. And it's got a higher alcohol content and a cheaper shelf price, so it's better in all the ways that usually matter. And anyway, here we go. So main menu is a few things. You can play around with the mech lab. There's a multiplayer and instant action and training. We're not going to do any of that. We're going straight into campaign because I know what I'm doing. And if I want to play multiplayer Mech Warrior, I play Mech Warrior Online instead, which I may eventually do a play of.
Welcome to the Command Center, Commander. The first step in securing a contract is the Star System Overview. From there, you can view contracts available in each system. Once you travel to a star system, you can click on the Orbital View button to see more details about the contracts available. The free market allows you to buy or sell mechs and armaments and hire new lancemates. The Mech Lab allows you to modify the loadouts of your mechs.
Anyway, so that was a real quick just tutorial on what's going on. I'm going to try not to talk over them since I still have yet to figure out how to adjust the volumes in this thing. So if I'm quiet, it's because I don't want to have it just be a bunch of noise. So we're going to go to Halloran 5. Kind of a, I should call it like a corporate dispute is going on over there. It's a great place for beginners. So, we're going to do that. And we are going to jump. Basically, you know, it costs money to run a mercenary group, and this is how much it costs to run it. But I've got 8 million in the bank, so we can afford it. So here we are. This is the orbital overview of the entire planet. You can select, you know, which missions you're going to do. Doing some missions might eliminate other missions, although it's usually not made apparent to you when you do that. Before we choose a mission, well, we're going to play around with the free market and who I have working for me. Because I don't really like these guys. I prefer Mustang. Blaze is good. Where is she? There she is. So is Goat. And I'm not going to pay y'all's salaries. I'll keep Rufus. There's something about him. There's something endearing about him. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he never sounds confident. Anyway, back to the orbital view. Go to this one, the offshore mission.
Our main opposition in this engagement will come from Halloran 5 militia naval units. A large task force of naval vessels lies several miles off the coastline, consisting of 2 destroyer groups and the aerospace carrier Indignation. The Navy is not expecting any resistance, so a good bloody nose should send them packing.
So we've got a few mechs to choose from. I'm actually going to go into the mech lab and tweak the loadouts in a moment. I guess I'll be a Hellspawn. Yeah, why am I thinking so hard about it? Oops. Okay, wow, why are you spinning like a top? You don't usually spin like that. There's something weird going on. Okay, that's gonna get distracting in a hurry. Anyway, so this is the mech I'll be piloting. ECM, electronic countermeasures, basically lowers the range, or requires mechs to detect you at a closer range. Don't really need it. Jump jets, I never use them. Speed. For a small mech in the beginning, you don't need a whole lot of engine, so I go ahead and take that down so I can get some more available tonnage to play with. Armor. I never specialize in armor. I don't use the reactive or the reflective, which makes you better or stronger against ammo-based weapons or energy-based weapons, and allows you to put on more points of armor. I just stick with the ferrofibrous because it's chaos out there, and you kind of want to be ready for everything. I generally max armor everything except for my legs. I take them down to about half. The computer very rarely aims at your legs. Wouldn't recommend it for online play, but it helps. So that gives me a little bit more tonnage to play with. Weapons. Yeah, that'll work. I have an AC5 available, and I have the tonnage to use it. Let's go ahead and use that then. Can't have too much firepower. Actually, I'm going to put it in my torso because I don't want to lose it if I... Your arms tend to fly off rather easily. And that's enough for that. Heat efficiency is okay, but we're going to go ahead and use up the last of our tonnage for that, and I've got half a ton left. Go ahead and add a little bit of speed. Now I'm going to decide on which camouflage I want, like whatever the standard is going to be for my entire thing. Now I'm going to go for something wacky, but I'm not sure what yet. A few options in here. Twirl, that might be appropriate for how much that guy's spinning. As far as the computer goes, it doesn't really make a big difference as to what, game day, that's a fun one. Yeah, we're all gonna... No, not game day, Perplex, we're gonna stick with that, alright. And we're gonna play around with our grouping. I switch my groups to the 3 mouse buttons, and I tend to group them together either with range or type. Makes it very easy to play the game in kind of a more action-oriented stuff. So I'm going to be using my medium pulse laser a lot, so that's going to be left click. Not going to use the SRMs too often. I'm not a big missile guy, so that's going to be my middle mouse button. And the AC5 is going to be my right mouse button. So that's all saved. And we're going to sort everyone else out real quick, hopefully. Again, they don't need jump jets either. I mean, it's great. Jump jets are great for mobility, but that's not the way I play, and it's certainly not the way the AI plays, so there's not really a point. I don't see a reason to play with that. Let's make it harder for you to fall down. That'll add your survivability up. 2 more heat sinks. And the computer doesn't worry too much about grouping. They figure it out on their own. So we'll just leave it be. This Owens doesn't have a whole lot of stuff to take off, does it? Definition of the everyman's mech, in that it doesn't have a whole lot of things to be excited about. Well, take that back. LRMs are pretty exciting in their own little way. I wonder if I can get enough tonnage out of him to switch to 20s. Nah, I'm not gonna bother. This will allow him to shoot faster and more often. And I really want you to have a light laser anti-missile system. But we're gonna take away the tonnage. Medium laser. And then a little bit less armor on the legs. There we go. And finally the Raven. I'm finding that. Take those off for now. I may add them again later. Just start out with how much armor I need and everything. I like the background noise when you're in the menus. Yeah, the Narc beacon, I've never found a use for it, so we're not going to bother having a use for it. Clan Streak medium range missile. Is that Clan Lost Tech? I don't know. Speaking of Lost Tech, that's what these are here. These large X pulse lasers. They're like regular pulse lasers, only the range sucks, the heat's through the roof, and do an insane amount of damage compared to the other ones. We're not going to play with that. efficiency's fine. Small pulse. Small laser, leave that alone. Oops, you know what? Not the LRM-10. 05. Screw it, I think we'll leave it empty.
3 hours. Starting salvage operation. Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party camera is nearly powered up.
Sorry I'm being so indecisive. I usually don't take this long with it. We're almost there. Screw it, no laser missile system. Leave it be active probe. I'm gonna give him the LRM-10. I'm gonna get going with this game. Alright, when you see me again, it'll be time for hot mech-on-mech action. Well, actually, mostly just mech on surface vehicles. But anyway, see you in a moment.